The IMAX is the one thing that came into being. I did my master's in US. On my return, I saw Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian Museum. I was amazed to see that film called To Fly, the story of Siberian geese. How they shot, I don't know, though I have seen many films. They beautifully photographed the movement of the wings of these geese. That's how, without disturbing them, it was shot. They were studying the movement of the wings for designing the wings of the aircraft. So I said, we must get this to India. But of course, it took almost 10 or 13 years before I could accomplish, and at enormous cost, because by the time dollar is something different from what it was when I went to Toronto to talk to this company. Now, as myself, I did my engineering, then I must tell you, Prasad Production, Prasad Film Laboratories have done many new things. First time ever in the film processing. I totally got involved with the technical side of filmmaking. We have a lot of cameras, a lot of film processing machines. We were the first to import film processing machines. Then we went into 70mm mixing. Dolby also part of us. We started off, and many things. If you take up, there are many in which we are the first. Very happy. I knew many top people in Dolby before. They are all, I am old now, the youngsters have come, and I am very happy. They are also as determined as me. I see Mr. Raj now is coming here regularly explaining what this Dolby Atmos is, and just to give that additional advantage of in terms of immersive experience for the patrons. Unless you have a strong determination, you will not work for such a project, because it involves a lot of time and money and a lot of research. So I must tell you, after so many years of our involvement in this line, with good companies like Dolby, we are very happy. We think whatever we are doing is right for the future of cinema, and I thank all the people from Dolby and patrons of Prasad's for supporting us this endeavor to be able to give better experience to the patrons. That we have successfully completed these glorious 10 years with many milestones to our credit, and I am happy today that we are with Dolby technicians, Pankaj Khede and his team. Of course, I know them, know the Dolby people for many years before. I had been to their headquarters, and we have done a lot of things together. In the earlier introduction of many tools that are required, make the presence of sound much more prominent, much more presence is there, so that we enjoy the picture and the sound together. See, Dolby Digital, Dolby, they are all there before, but today we are in a different plane, always looking for an opportunity to go a little forward, to get that little more, what is possible, to make the experience of a patron as much complete as possible. So I am very happy that we are in that process, in that endeavor to give the most immersive experience to the patrons. As you know, it's all related to that, how happy the patron is, how happy he is receiving the content, the way it is to be received, the way it is to be appreciated, and that is what it matters. So that's how we go forward. Otherwise, we will be where we are. There will be no progress, and that's not what we are supposed to do. The village, without telling anybody, including my mother, with a small 1-year-old child, took only 100 rupees with him, moved on 31st of one particular year, landed in Mumbai the following days. He went straight to a studio. Those days Pathans were there who were taking care of these gates, with zinc sheets and all that. My father didn't know Hindi or anything, but he was peeping through the holes, to see what is happening. That he did it for 2 days, and I must have slept on the platform itself. Opposite to that road, there was a tailor who was watching this young man continuously looking through these doors, and he called him, and my father tried to explain through signs with the movement of his hands and facial expressions that he wanted to get into the studios.
I'd like to start off by telling you a little bit about our new audio technology called Dolby Atmos, and the work that we've done over the years, over the last 1 year, and the response we've got with this technology across the world. So Dolby Atmos is a new revolutionary cinema technology that's been introduced in the last 1 year, and in the last 1 year it's actually received a lot of support and a lot of acceptance across the globe, with over now 200 screens installed across the globe, and over 60 plus movies that have been made in this format. More than 20 of the leading post-production facilities across the world are set up for creating content in Dolby Atmos. And what's very interesting is that when we compare the progress, the adoption of Dolby Atmos with Dolby Digital, which was our earlier very popular cinema technology, Dolby Atmos has had a much faster adoption in the market than even something like Dolby Digital had in the first year of its introduction. What Dolby Atmos also does is that it allows you to place and move sounds very accurately in the theater. So if you look up, for the first time we have speakers now installed all across the ceiling. This was never done before. Also, we have many more speakers installed around the theater, and each of these speakers are controlled independently, which means each speaker can produce a different sound. And the tools allow the filmmaker to place any sound anywhere in the theater and move it around with precision and full control. At the heart of the Dolby Atmos technology is the Dolby CP850 processor, which is the processor that helps playback the Dolby Atmos content in the theater, and also sets up the calibration of the theater so that it performs and sounds exactly the way the studio sounds, so that even though it's a different space, but the movie sounds exactly the same way as the director mixed it. The first is that we are very proud to announce that Prasad Multiplex, where we are in this particular screen 4, is the first screen in Hyderabad to be fitted out and installed with Dolby Atmos, and we are really proud that this has happened. And the second announcement for the evening is that Tufan, starring the superstar Ram Charan Tej, is the first Telugu movie to be released with Dolby Atmos. So it's really proud for us to be here in this beautiful city and bring our latest technology and latest invention to the viewers of this city, so they can enjoy their movies even more. And with that, I'd like to call on Mr. Ramesh Prasad, Chairman of Prasad, the corporation, to come and address us.